This is your girl, Duchess Kiki. I'm sorry, I'm tired, y'all. Woo. And I'm gonna make this video quick. The happy Vlogmas day 6. No, I am so wrong. Happy Vlogmas day 5. Y'all, I'm just getting home, of course, and I gotta get up early because I have a chiropractor appointment tomorrow, and I have to go. I couldn't even cancel it because of the fact that I had to cancel the last week. I had to cancel because of something that came up, and yeah. So y'all, your girl is officially tired. I am officially tired. You can hear the tiredness. I don't know if you know my voice, but you can hear the tiredness in my voice. Like, it's like, yeah. So I didn't jot down any new things about me. I'm gonna try to think of a couple of things right now. There was one I thought of earlier tonight and I didn't even write it down, and I should have. Man, what was it, y'all? I don't even know. Thank God for my son, y'all. He went and got me some water. He had my water waiting up here for me for when I get home. I have like the best son in the world. I'm so grateful though. I'm so grateful for him. And I pray for him every day, and I thank God for him. That's something you didn't know about me, that I have prayer with him every morning before he leaves for school. I take the anointing oil, if you know anything about anointing oil, and I anoint his head before he leaves, and I pray over him. I'm usually praying until he gets to school sometimes, so until he texts me that he's gotten to school. Come on, camera. Y'all, let me let the camera decide what it's gonna do, because I think the camera tied too, okay? I have not worn makeup at all this week because it has been a crazy week. I have literally been rushing to get to work, and so I have not had time to do my makeup at all. Oh, I know what it was. Speaking of makeup, so I told you one thing about me. I anoint my son's head with oil every morning. That is something that I do, and I do pray with him every morning. Something else that you do not know about me, I know I mentioned to you guys before that I've never had thick eyebrows. Like growing up, I wish I could find some pictures of me growing up on the computer that you guys could see that my eyebrows were not very thick. I mean, they weren't as thin as this, because now they won't grow back because I plucked them so much as a teenager, and now I have been plucking since I was a teenager, before the little blade came out. So yeah, so now they to the point where they really don't be growing back anymore, except, you know, a couple of pieces of hairs. So the new part about me, because I already mentioned that in a video that I don't have thick eyebrows, but I don't think I ever told you guys that I actually had got my eyebrows tattooed on. Now they call it microblading, but I had got my eyebrows tattooed on, and like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how many years ago it was. Oh my gosh, it's gotta be before my son was even born. It was before my son was ever born. And I don't know if you guys can see, I'm sweating a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see, but right here, like now it's very much faded. Years ago, you could see it very well, where when I didn't wear makeup, I still had eyebrows. Now you can barely see them. And back then, brows were not as big as they are. You just wore them thin. So you can see a little bit of the thinness, right? Like the drawing right here from when they did the tattoo, and right here. And right a little bit, not a lot, but you can see it a little bit. It's like a thin line, just a little bit. You can see it, y'all. That was the most excruciating pain that I had ever experienced in life. It was worse than childbirth. I was in so much pain, so I thought about getting them done again, but you know, so that I can get them bigger. Y'all, I might pass up because I'm like, So that's how I'm able to usually get my brows like similar, the same when I do them now, when I draw them on now, because I still have the line there. I'm just expanding it a little bit. So yeah, your girl got, before microblading, microblading, before microblading ever came out, that's what your girl did. I went and got my eyebrows. They called it tattooed, or maybe they did call it microblading. I don't know. But yeah, before it became popular, because back then I only paid $100, okay? My battery light just came on, so I gotta hurry up. That's number 2. Number 3, I sleep with 1,000,000 pillows on my bed almost. No, for real. Look, y'all. Look at all these pillows that I sleep with on my bed, okay? But speaking of sleeping, let me explain. I just started sleeping at the head of my bed. I have the most weirdest things, y'all. Even the other night, I did it because I couldn't fall asleep. Or I woke up, it was last night. I woke up and I was not at the head of the bed. Anywho, for years and years and years and years and years, I have been sleeping at the foot of my bed, like my head at the foot and my feet at the front, because I could not fall to sleep at the head of the bed. So I, for some reason, would fall to sleep really fast at the foot of the bed. So I have sleep issues. So that's going to be my number 4. I have sleep issues, okay? So, yeah, so I just recently, within the last month, just started sleeping at the head of my bed after years of sleeping at the foot of my bed. And I do struggle sometimes, but I'm trying to discipline myself, and I'm trying to make myself sleep at the head of the bed. So yeah, and I have a queen size bed, so yeah, so I sleep with, now that I sleep at the head of the bed, these pillows were already here when I was sleeping the other way, but now they really are here like as comfort for me. I don't know why, but I just feel safe with them there. And that way when I do, like, my bed is made partially right now, but when I do the full made of the bed, I do put these out. But yeah, so that's something weird and strange about me. Yeah, I said I was going to look it up, why I was sleeping at the foot of my bed. I even asked my son, why is it that I do that? And I was like, I felt abnormal. So I have been trying to train myself to sleep at the head of the bed. And yeah, and I wake up a lot through the night now that I sleep at the head of the bed, now that I notice this. I wake up a lot, and like I said, last night I woke up in the middle of like 4 o'clock this morning. I don't even I just remember waking up and turning, but I don't remember waking up and putting my head at the foot of the bed. But apparently it worked because I fell back to sleep. So I think that's my 5 things. I've given you more information than you guys need. Oh, a 5th thing about me. This one is another strange thing, okay? I back in everywhere I go when I drive. If I have to park, I'm back in. I know. I back into my driveway when I get home. And that's because it's easier just to pull out when I'm getting ready to leave. You know, it's easier just to pull out and go instead of backing up and then not hitting the car in the street and go. So I literally even when I was living in an apartment and I would park, I always backed in. At work, I back in my parking spaces. I even noticed that some of my neighbors started copying me. And when I first moved in this neighborhood, and then they started backing in too, because at first they didn't back in. And that's just my thing. I back in everywhere I go. A part of why I do that, and I'm gonna try to make this really quick. A part of why I do that is because when I was in driving school, when I was in high school, you know how you take behind the wheel? I kept messing up on parallel parking. And it drove me insane. I was like, I'm gonna get this. I did pass it on my behind the wheel, but it was a struggle. So it was a challenge for me. And then when I lived, that's gonna be something else I'll tell you later. When I lived in a big city for 10 years, I had to learn how to parallel park because a lot of the parking was on the street when I was in college. So yeah, I literally back in everywhere that I park. If I go to the store, I back in. If I, like, majority of the times I back in. If it's a space that I can't just pull up in, I back in. So yeah, that's something about your girl that's a little bit strange, but it's allowing you guys to get to know me a little bit better. And I'm really enjoying letting you guys know me, because I'm really usually a sheltered person and I don't let people really get to know me and know aspects about me, or think, you know, I don't usually let people get inside and deep and close to me like that. And so I feel like you guys are family, so I can let you guys know these things. So with that said, don't forget to thumbs up the video, don't forget to subscribe, and share the video, and be the best you that you can be. I'll talk to you guys later. Happy Vlogmas time. Bye.